to this build guide. So this is kind of a meme build, but I think it has a lot of potential to become, meta build. So as you see in the intro, this build can dish out a lot of balls. You need a lot of balls to play this build, and I will explain very quickly on the main mechanic. How do we scale damage? How we solve our mana issue? Quick walkthrough on enchantment, gear, etc., etc. Also attach it, like a build planner in the description, so you guys can take a look. Okay, so how do we scale our damage? So we scale our damage with ball lightning mainly. So I think you already know we scale attack speed. We scale damage to stun. We actually have a lot of damage to stun right now. I have 500% damage to stun. The reason for that is because we have this one multiplied by 1.5, this one multiplied by 1.4, and on my Paragon I have control which multiplied by 1.2. So it's like nearly 3 times the amount that you invest into damage to stun. For example, if you can see that unspec this point here, it's go down by it will not go down by that's like 20% off, right? So yeah, that's why investing on damage to stun is good. Another thing that we can scale off is critical strike chance and critical strike damage, because we are running a lightning build and we have the critical strike with lightning. I have my gear is in no way optimal. This glove is very good, but my ring still need improvement. I'll talk about gear later. And the next thing is how do we solve our mana issue? So we solve a mana issue with we have a lot of ways to solve our mana issue actually. Currently, I'm running the Chain Lightning enchantment, which has 25% to create crackling energy on crit, and we crit all the time because Chain Lightning attack speed is so ridiculous. You only 1 point here, and you will never see it trigger. You will never see count up. It will never show up on your status bar, which means that I crit all the time. And I think with around 30% crit chance and above, you will be good. And if you feel like you do not have a lot of crit chance, you can invest more on here. Maybe 2 point will be enough, because ball lightning is just crazy. Okay, so what else? And the other way that we can solve a mana issue, not other way, but we will use it in all our build, a variation, is this node. Stunning close enemy restore 10 mana. So as you can imagine, with Raymond the Infinite, you can stun them, you pull them in, and you get a bunch of mana back. And that's how we solve mana issue. Another thing, that Chain Lightning enchantment, you cast this and it automatically casts Chain Lightning, as you can see, right? So it just, it's just there. Alright, so about our gear, as you already know that one of the key thing is the Raymond of the Infinite. So what do you do before Raymond of the Infinite? So before Raymond of the Infinite, you go. Let me just do a quick demo here. I take this off, and I do this, right? And you can see I still have my mana back. It's fine. It's fine. I'm still doing with my mana. It's fine, right? So you can do that, and no issue, right? But when you have Raymond Infinite, it becomes a different story, because what you will have, what you can do this, right? You can do the teleport enchantment, and then you can have a boot that attack reduce if it cooldown like this, and this boot I want to roll off the ice armor for something else, maybe even mana reduction. We talk about that later. So the idea here is you You dodge, you cast, you teleport again, you cast, and then you can do that, right? It's like very mobile. So because if you hit your enough enemy like sick guy or not even yeah sorry if you hit enough enemy, the teleport will cool down like 3 seconds, and then you can teleport. And then when teleport, it reduces the cooldown a little bit. So you just zapping around like you see in the intro. Very fun indeed. So other thing about the gear, again, you can check all of that in the build planner in the description. But I just want to walk through some of the key stats that you need. The first one is cooldown enchantment and mana. Mana is actually very important. I will explain in a few seconds. You can roll mana cost reduction. You can roll cooldown reduction, and so in the amulet, this one is near perfect. If I can roll off the damage reduction while eager to defensive skill or even cooldown reduction, that would be great, right? So again, it seems like the the Atlas build, but instead of having to waste a mod on your basic attack skill, you can invest on things that maybe your current build is missing. Right now, I'm using this one, but actually, I have a better one. Uh, yeah, this one, but it has like lucky hit chance. But if I can roll off the lucky hit chance for critical try chance, this is actually very good. It solved my defense issue by quite a lot. So these are the quick walkthrough on the gear for the legendary aspect. Some of the core thing is of course the control. The second one is this one elementalist, right? So skill core or mastery skill cast above 100 mana, you have a lot of hit chance. And one of the key things to notice here is when you prop unstable current, it actually casts your skill. So every skill that you cast with unstable current while above 100 mana is literally guaranteed a crit. Like I have like 80% crit chance right now, so it crit all the time. Huge damage. And then you need the ball lining go around you, of course. And then you have this to multiply it by 1.4. And then you have this one is actually very important for pushing high tier Nightmare dungeon, because with this build you want to kill them fast, because the defense is still sub a little bit on higher tier. Like if you go above 20 level of your current level, you might have defense issue. But like with like the normal one, like 3 to 10 level more than yours, I think we are fine. So actually, with this one combined with the chain lightning enchantment, let me see if I can show you. There's any mob here that I can show you. Where are the mobs? Okay, so you can see that it's prop all the time, right? So actually very broken, and this gives you like I guess 66% more damage. I don't know if this 200% is like time 3 or time 2, but it's just a lot of damage. And you will see you already seen that in the intro. So what else? What else I want to talk about? Oh, so low level, the priority of the Paragon. I would try to make the build planner for lower level and higher level, which is the current one I'm running. But one of the key Paragon node is actually this one, this attack speed, right? This one gives a lot of attack speed. And then this one, this mod is what is it? Elemental Summoner. I think I can further optimize this. Because I put this on the first board, since I need the double effect, right? So this one gives me a lot of mana, right? You can see I have 186 mana now, which means I can do 3 tasks above 100 mana. That's a lot of crit. And then the second one you want to go for is the Static Surge, right? If you do not have a lot of Paragon point at the beginning, go for Static Surge first. You need this node for this build to function, for you to have enough mana to cast the skill, right? And then you do a lot of damage to stun here because all of these nodes are actually nearly three times effectiveness. So very good. The next thing, when you go higher, you will worry about your defense. So that's why you have to take this node, which increase your damage reduction against burning. I'm running the Unleash here because I spend a lot of mana. I think my Paragon bot is no way optimized. I think you guys can do much better than I do. But in this one is actually fun because you can also get more attack speed here. I don't think this node is worth it, but this actually does because I do some PvP. And this build is ridiculous in PvP. You might not win against, like very high level bot with, permanent unstoppable, but broke or any other class, they touch you, they die because they just get stunned and they cannot get out. Right? You have so many, so many stun. So another thing I want to touch is at earlier level, you might want to spec into this skill because it gives you. Let me try to spec that right. Oh shit, I'm running out of money. You can actually add 45% of your damage. I don't understand how this game calculates damage, right? It's say 45% here, but for bow lining, it's a 40%, but it's very close to the 45%. I don't understand. But the idea here is you scale damage to stun so much. This actually deals quite a lot of damage to trash, and which will speed up your dungeon your clear speed by quite a lot. But right now I have enough damage, so I don't need that anymore. Another thing about how you can scale your damage is this one, devouring blaze. That's why we run the firebolt enchantment. That this scale both your defense and offense. Fantastic. Right. Another thing that is important is like your defensive skill. You want to invest on your defensive skill. The reason for that is not only increase your defense, but it can only increase your. It can also increase your damage. For example, like I'm running Flame Shield Immobilized, right? So these mobs are too weak for me to show it, but you will see it on the intro. I can Frost Nova one pack and I jump to another pack and I do Immobilize and they just die, right? They just disappear. Hey, it's me in the future, so I forgot to talk about a few tweak and weakness of the build. So one thing you want to stay away from with this build is wall, because because your balls meet the walls, they just disappear and you feel bad, man. You don't want to hit your balls against the wall. So and there's a kind of elite that they have like a big circle that can also make your balls disappear as well. So you don't want to pre-prop your ball before you jump into them. You just jump into them and then you jump into them, you stun them, you do the combo. If they are strong, you do both Frost Nova and Flame Shield. Normally I will jump in, do maybe 2 casts, Frost Nova, 2 casts, Flame Shield, 2 casts, and then they die. So this is the build. I'm not a pro content creator. My English is not my first my mother tongue. So I hope that this video is informative enough. If you guys have any question, leave it in the comment. I will try to answer them. Okay, thank you, and have fun.